for Ukraine, a new painting on my wall in which I love through pain, as they say, under the shadow of the refugee train. In sullen darkness wend their tomb-like trails. Among the blocks they search in vain, and search too far again after their daughter's sudden end. I'm going to take my inner fire, which knows no limits, and place it there where it's still dark, smouldering and very, very cold for those with no power and only dirt to eat. A trusty dog stands to attention below the stars, shivering and wondering why and wondering where. A dog that one grows to love. Seeing that resplendent fire in the dog's eyes, they named him Ukraine, after their weeping land, and with them he shares his fierce yet gentle fire. Such is Ukraine. I'm going to find the river of tears down there in the shivering rubble-strewn dark, armed with my inner fire, and redirect that river's flow so nothing's wasted, so it'll grow new crops, new grains in the fields to feed those now cold and starving to the bone. Determinedly, knowingly, dog Ukraine now nuzzles up against passing old man as a long-time friend. Amazing, baffling to behold, this man somehow walking on just one leg with no stick, labouring, struggling to carry the other blown-off leg, in case sometime he might find out how to fix or glue it on again. Still on his way regardless, to play his part on the battlefield, in case he can make it in time to benefit somebody, somehow, on this troubled land. Dog Ukraine gives him new fire, new inspiration, body strength sadly now fast to wane, but not his will, his inner fire. Such is Ukraine. In yet another dark, rubble-strewn corner, suffering a new and grievous pain, inconsolably weeps a Russian soldier, heartbroken at what he's been made to do, being comforted by a Ukrainian woman with blown-off arm, the husband insistently whispering in his ear, "You're a good guy, made of the real human stuff. This is not your fault, no matter where you fell. You're our friend till the waters come to an end." Such is Ukraine. I'm going to go out to their country's troublesome neighbour, grab that regime there in my hand like a bunch of nettles, hold it up for the world to see, and deliberately drop it so it shatters into delicately flurrying clouds of spring blossom petals, plus mysterious invisible something they call peace, and another even more mysterious that the really smart call freedom. I'm going to go there soon someday to meet and greet that far-eyed, free-wandering dog Ukraine and all those who shared around his precious fire of the heart in the field for us all. Then, effusively embracing, we'll rejoice once more in the new and gentle spring dew, sun and rain, and wave our greetings to make much of the incoming joyful tourist train. Yes, such is Ukraine.
By violent mandates in the hands of fate, These brief encounters are dictated by constellations. Forever, cosmic bodies penetrating and pairing mate, passing always through infinite transmigrations. Rippling light both shining and brass, centered in throbbing Milky Way's heart. As glittering sand passes through hourglass, cast in roles the actors prepare to play their part. Aligning planets forever orbiting, growing, inflating, expanding, straining, rising, longing, bulging, pulsing, captivating, conforming, and merging. Lost worlds cast in a sea of stars, drifting amongst a great celestial ocean. Waves peaking in a graceful charge, mysterious rendezvous set in motion. Silhouettes reflecting in morning dew, coupled with sweet honeysuckle scent. All creation, plants, birds, and animals new, timidly wait consummation with bated pent. Phoenix, soaring, penetrating heat, embracing, a convulsing symphony of dancing light. Then, breaking into rhythmic crescendo chasing, synchronously undulating and exploding bright. Fear, anger, sadness, joy, love, and hope coalesce and cascade, dissolving regrets. Supernova, destiny blazes a new future tonight, her head held low, though not from shame or duress, and eyes wet with timid tears obstructing her sight, bestow a pure, passionate, climactic express. Leaping through unbridled ecstasy coy, angels trumpet in jubilation near and far, permeating, hope withstanding, now joy rests with the glorious birth of a new star, connecting with ancient generations long past. A steady, gentle rush fills all empty recesses, shooting far from the distant night mass, every void with a comforting warm blesses. Magnificent Apollo roulette rolls 13, his chariot led by 4 virile, charging horses panted. Bow down, missile plucked from quiver between, exacting vengeance on those taking him for granted. 10,000 lit, erect, golden blooms, all taut, pointing to the heaven abode. Forever now silenced in frozen vacuum, anonymous as distant worlds merge and explode. Bold, enchanted, silver-tongued Hermes, unswaying grin, satiric, seductive apple of Aphrodite, unquenching laugh, wispy, crowning halo fettering Gaia, undeterring sin. Ares' broad bronze sword could not stay Apollo's wrath. Hesitant Mercury was simply not fast enough to dodge. Wavering Venus did not smile smartly enough to compel. Flaming arrows thrust deeply in Terra's mantle to lodge. Brave Mars stricken and sun-kissed as the glowing rain fell. The chiseled image, once recognizable as a woman, remained nameless long after the woman and all who knew the woman had long since vanished. Simply a frozen image of the woman. It did not have the mind of a woman, move as a woman, nor see or feel as only a woman does. Yet this silent image of a woman, through reserved stance and vacant glare, bears witness to the trials the woman faced, now a distant echo from so long ago. This hollow image of the woman, with striking poise and subtle grace, expresses emotions freely, without remorse or reservation, even as a faint shadow of the woman. With heart of stone, this masterpiece now cast aside and forgotten, would remain, without change, forever granted immortality, auspiciously indebted to the woman who inspired her glorious inception. The Virgin Mother rests in eternal stone, laying denuded, raped, and exhausted as a wasted ember. No discrimination of race, creed, or origin shown. Achieving equality, yet no one is left to remember. Angelic right wings of fascist obsession, demonic left wings of capitalist addiction, gilded, bleeding hearts of communist oppression, relics of the corrupt prefects are now contradictions. Dark, light, earth, wind, water, fire, evil, holy order, chaos, union, division, and oblivion. Disregarded abstract constructs leading to man's upheaval. New resolutions now face tomorrow's children. Ancients claim the world was given new life. Through a single phrase calling for the light, they spited their creators with false gods, strife, born of arrogance, now beguiling the betrayer's sight. When able, man dared to open this atomic ark, unleashing awesome power, a god pled. Everything one could ever imagine, so stark. Nothing man needed, now branded Cain's mark. Humanity's hopes and dreams tested, when this proverbial message in a bottle once read, a seductive genie ensnares a man bested, worm-engorged apple of enlightenment instead. This uncorked bottle found washed ashore should have been plugged and abandoned, thrust deep in the fathomless depths tides roar, to never see the light of day threatened. Through the lens of finite understanding, man's albatross securely held by locks of ignorance. These tight fetters chained about his neck unbending, held fast and true as any constrictor's tents. This holy grail has become a Pandora's box, a wellspring of limitless energy, merely a mirage. So many empty promises, simply illusory rocks. Man's inheritance is deceit and deceptive barrage. Man wanted, wished, and lusted to touch the stars. He succeeded in bringing the sun's corona to the earth. Instead of being crowned its king, he lays chained behind bars. This is a time of transition and not an end. It's been proven, energy can neither be created, nor can energy be destroyed or rescinded. This is simply a bright, new beginning belated.